everyone, welcome to our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. आज हम क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड की क्लास करने जा रहे हैं, वो जो कि क्लास 9 है एंड 8 क्लासेस हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, जिसमें अगर हम बात करते हैं तो 8 क्लासेस में हमने अरिथमेटिक एबिलिटी में स्टार्ट कर दिया था, जिसमें हमने ऑपरेशंस और नंबर्स ऑलरेडी कर लिया है and SCF and LCM of numbers we had even though started and we had done approximately 60 questions in your SCF and LCMs of number. Hopefully if it will be not that much longer than 1 hour, so we will be surely try to complete this here itself in this class only. So let's go ahead with the 61st question of the session, as we had done, as I told you, about 60 question in the last classes. And it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. The first question of the sessions we have, the sum of two number is 2000 and the LCM is 21,879, where the two numbers are, you have to find out the numbers. The option A is 1993 and 7, 1991 7, 9, and 1989 that is 11, and 1987 that is 13 here. So we'll go ahead with the first question and then we'll go ahead with the solution as well. So the question is, the sum of two numbers is 2000 and their LCM is 79. The two numbers are so the option, as I told you, 1993 7, 1991 9, 1989 11, and 1987 13. So we'll go ahead with the solution as well for this, and that what we have to talk about it. We are in the same cases here when we'll go ahead with the detailed about it, which we have to talk about it as well, and that is also plays an important role here to be as follows. And let's go ahead with solution as well. So with the same case, let the number be x and 2000 minus x, then LCM equals to x 2000 minus x. So x 2000 minus x equals to 21,879, where x square minus 20,000 x plus 21,879 equals to 0. And say that x minus 1989, x minus 11, which is equals to 0. And here x equals to 1989 or x equals to 1. So hence the number we have is 1989 and 11 here. So that will be the right answer with this question. Let's go ahead with other one, that what we have to talk about it here, which is the another question to be followed as well. Let's go ahead. 62th question of the session, that what we talk about it here, which is the SCF and the LCM of the two numbers are 84 and 121 respectively. If the ratio of the two number is 1:4, then the larger of the two number is, that has been asked in the math examination paper. The options for this is your 12, 48, 84 and 108. So here we go. The SCF and LCM of two numbers are 84 and 21 respectively. If the ratio of two numbers is 1:4, then the larger of the two numbers is, that has been asked in math examination paper, and which is also an important one here respectively. So we'll go ahead with solution for this, and that we go ahead here in this type of a question. Let the number be x and 4x. Then x into 4x equals to 84 into 21, which we have x square equals to 84 into 21 upon 4, which is equals to x equals to 21. So the larger number we have, hence larger number equals to 4x. So that is 4 multiplied by 21, and which is equals to 84. Let's go ahead with other one, which is we have to talk about the another question, and that is the 63rd question of the session, and even though which is also an important question here itself. Let's go ahead with that. The other question we have is your 63rd question of the session. The question is the LCM of two number is 495 and their SCF is 5. If the sum of the numbers is 10, then their differences we have to find out, which has been asked in SSC examination paper. Options we have 10, 46, 70 and 90. Let's go ahead with question here. The LCM of two numbers is 495 and SCF, that is SCF is 5. If the sum of the numbers is 10, then their difference is, which has been asked in SSC examination paper, is the options we have 10, 46, 70 and 90 here itself, which we go ahead, and that is the let the number be x and 100 minus x, then x 100 minus x equals to 5 into 495, which will be x squared minus 100x plus 2475 equals to 0, where x minus 55 and x minus 45 equals to 0, and that means x equals to 55 or x equals to 45. So the numbers were 45 and 55. So required difference we have equals to 55 minus 45 equals to 10. Let's go ahead with other question, that what we have to talk about it, and which is the 64th question of the session here as well. That we have, which is the product of the LCM and SCF of the two number is 24. The difference of the two number is 2. Find the numbers we have, and the options we have 2 and 4, 6 and 4, 8 and 6 and 8 and 10. So here we go ahead. The product of the LCM and SCF of two numbers is 24 difference of two numbers is to find the number. So as I told you about the options, that is 2 and 4, 6 and 4, and 8 and 6 and 8 and 10 as well. So in the same cases, we'll go ahead, let the number be x and x plus 2, then x and x plus 2 equals to 24, where x squared plus 2x minus 24 equals to 0, x minus 4 x plus 6 equals to 0, and that means x equals to 4 here itself. So the numbers are 4 and 6 here. Let's go ahead with other question, which is the another one, and that is also an important question as well. So here we go ahead, and that is your 65th question of the session here. For the 65th question of the session, we have to talk about it. That is your if the sum of the two numbers is 55 and SCF and LCM of these numbers are 5 and 120 respectively, then the sum of the reciprocals of the numbers is equals to, we have to find out the options we have here, which is 55 upon 601, 601 upon 55, 11 upon 120, and 120 upon 11. That has been asked for CDS examination paper. Let's go ahead with this. If the sum of two numbers is 55 and the SCF and LCM of these numbers are 5 and 120 respectively, then the sum of the reciprocal of the number is equal to, this has been asked in CDS examination paper. So here we go ahead with the solution as well. Let the number be A and B. Then A plus B equals to 55 and A into B equals to 5 into 120, which is equals to 600, and that is required sum equals to 1 upon A, 1 upon B, and that is equals to A plus B upon AD equals to 55 upon 600. And when we cancel it out here, which is your 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 10, and 0. So that is 11 upon 120 will be the right answer here for the questions as well. The option is 55 upon 600 has been given here as well, and so you have to be very careful. 601, but this is 600, so you don't have to confuse with that. You have to give a correct solution, and then after that you solve it out and you will give the answer as well. We'll go ahead with other one, which is your 66th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it. So here the question is that the LCM of the two number is 45 times, and their SCF, if one of the number is 125 and the sum of the SCF and LCM is 1150, the other number is, the options we have is 250, 220, 225 and 235. So that what we have to answer it out, and you have to focus it out when you are going to solve it out each and every questions here. So here we go ahead with the question as well. Let's So here we go ahead with 66th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it, and which is even though important as well. So here we go ahead, and among these particular question, that what we have to go ahead. So the question of this we have is that the LCM of two numbers is 45 times their SCF if one of the number is 125 and the sum of the SCF and LCM is 1150. The other number is, we have to find that, and that is that is 215, 220, 225 and 235. So let's go ahead with question first. The LCM of two numbers is 45 times their SCF if one of the numbers are, that is your 45 times, and their SCF is if one of the number is the number is 25, the sum of SCF and LCM is 1150. You have to find the other number. Okay, so let's go ahead with the solution for this, and that what we even though have to very considerate about it when we are going to solve it this questions as well. As I told you about the options as well, that is your 250, 220, 225 and 235 as well. So here we go ahead, and the solution of this we have, let SCF be H and LCM be L. Then L equals to 45 H and L plus H equals to 1150 as they had recommended. So 45 H plus H equals to 1150, or H equals to 25, so equals to 1150 minus 25, and when we must subtract it out, and minus 5 is your 5, and that is your here 4 minus 2 is your 2, and 1 itself, so it is 1125 itself here. So we'll find out for the other numbers. So hence the other number equals to 25 into 1125 upon 125. So we'll cancel it out as well. So 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10, and 5 5s are 25. Then 5 1s are 5, and 5 5s are 25 as well. Then we'll cancel it out. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 1 carry here, that is your 5 2s are 10 again, and then we have your here 2, that is your 5 5s are 25. So we'll get 225. So the answer would be your 225 as an answer here. Let's go ahead with the other question, that is the another one, which is your 67th question of the session. That's what we have to talk about it here. 67th question of the session we have. The question is, the SCF and the LCM of the two numbers are 50 and 250 respectively if the first number is divided by 2. The quotient is 50. The second number is what we have to find out. The options for this is your 50, 100, 125 and 250. So here go ahead with the question here. SCF and LCM of two numbers are 50 and 250 respectively if the first number is divided by 2. The quotient is 50. we have to find out the second number. So we'll go ahead with the solution of this. The options for this we have is your 50, 100, 125 and 250 as well. So where we go ahead. So for that we have your first number, equals to 50 into 2, which is equals to 52 is 100. So second number equals to 50 into 250 upon 100. So we'll cancel it out, 0 here as well. So 25 fives is your the answer, that is your 125. That will be the right answer, and that will be the answer here for the question. Let's go ahead with other question, that is your 68 question of the session. For the 68 question of the session, that the question is the product of the two numbers is 1320 and that is your SCF is 6 here. So the LCM of the number you have to find out, and the options we have is 220, 1314, 1326 and 7920. So here we go. The product of two numbers is 1320 and their SCF is 6. The LCM of the numbers, so that is your options 220, 1314, 1326 and 7920. We will go ahead with solution as well. So here we go ahead, which is your LCM equals to product of number upon SCF. This is a formula to find out SCF, LCM or a product of the two number. We will be having 1320 upon 6. We cancel it out. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, bacha 1, 6 twos are 12 and then 0. So the answer will be your 220. The answer will be your 220 here. Let's go ahead with other question, that is the another one. The question is that is your 69th question of the session. And that the question we have, product of two co-prime number is 117. The LCM should be, you have to find out, and this has been asked in the CBI examination paper, so that is also an important one. And the options for this we have is 117 equals to their SCF or cannot be calculated. So let's go ahead to find it out as well. Product of two co-prime numbers is 117. Their LCM should be, this has been asked in CBI examination paper, and for that the options we have 117 equals to the SCF and cannot be calculated. For that we'll go ahead, which is SCF of co-primes number is 1. So LCM equals to 117 upon 1, and which is equals to 117 here itself. The other question we will be finding out the 70th question of the session, and that is your answer is the 117 here, which has been asked in CBI examination paper. We go ahead with a 70th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it. The question is the LCM of three different number is 120. Which of the following cannot be their SCF? The options is 8, 12, 24, 35. So let's go ahead. The LCM of three different numbers is 120. Which of the following cannot be their HCF? So for that, options we have 8, 12, 24 and 35. So the solution for this we have, since HCF is always a factor of LCM, so we cannot have three numbers with HCF. So that is 35 and HCF 35 and LCM 120. So that is your since HCF is always a factor of LCM, we cannot have three numbers with HCF 35 and LCM 120. Okay, so that will be the 35 will be the right answer for the question as well. Let's go ahead with other one, which is another one, which is your 71st question of the session here, and that is the question itself we have is the HCF of two number is 8. Which one of the following can never be their LCM? And that has been asked in SSC examination paper, and the options we have 24, 48, 56 and 60. So we will go ahead. The HCF of two numbers is 8. Which one of the following can never be their LCM? So the question has been asked in SSC examination paper. The options we have 24, 48, 56 and 60. So we'll go ahead with solution as well. That is HCF of two numbers divides their LCM exactly. Clearly 8 is not a factor of 60. Now we will go ahead with other question, that is your 72th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it as well, and that will be the answer as well. So this has been asked, as I told you, about SSC question paper. The question is, the HCF of two number is 23 and the other two factors of their LCMs are that is 13 and 14. So we have to the larger of the two numbers we have to find out. This has been also asked in SSC examination paper. So the HCF of two numbers is 23 and the other two factor of their LCM are 13 and 14. The larger of two numbers is that what we have to find out here, and that has also been important because this has been asked in SSC examination paper. For this we have an options here, which is your 276, 299, 332, 322 and 345 as well. So for that sake we will go ahead and that will solve it out as well. So here we go ahead. So we have clearly the numbers are 23 into 13 and 23 multiply 14. So the larger number equals to 23 into 14 which is equals to 322 here as an answer. Let's go ahead with other question, which is also an important one, and that is also been also asked here in the competition paper as well. So the question is about the number of pairs which have here 16 as their SCF and 136 as their LCM. We can be definitely say that. तो हमें क्या कह सकते हैं? The options we have: no such pair exist. B option: only one such pair exist. The C option: only two such pair exist. And the D: many such pair exist. So here we go ahead with the question, and then we'll go ahead with the solution as well. So that we have an as follows. So the question we have is the 73rd question of the session. The question is about the number of pairs which have 16 as their SCF and 136 as their LCM. We can definitely say that the options we have: no such pair exist, only one such pair exist, only two such pair exist, and many such pair exist here. So with the same case, we will go ahead with the solution here, and that is since 16 is not a factor of 136, and it follows that there does not exist any pairs of number with SCF 16 and LCM 136 here. So I write it down the solution as well. Since 16 is not a factor of 136, it follows that there does not exist any pair of numbers with SCF is 16 and LCM 136. So that is not a factor of 136. That does not exist any pair of the numbers here. Now we'll go ahead with other question, that what we have to talk about it, which is your 74th question of the session here. So in this question, the question is the SCF and LCM of two numbers are 11 and 385 respectively. If one number lies between 75 and 125, then that a number is. This has been asked in CBI examination paper. The options we have: 77, 88, 99 and 110 here. So we'll go ahead with the question. The SCF and LCM of two numbers SCF and LCM of two numbers that are 11 and 385 respectively. If one number lies between 75 and 125, then that number is, that what we have to find out, which has been asked in CBI examination paper as well. So in this, the options we have 77, 88, 99 and 110 as well. So where in the same cases we will go ahead with the solution as well, even though that what we have to talk about it as well. So here we go ahead, which is the solution: the product of numbers, equals to 11 and 385, and when 11 31 385 is your 4235. Let the number be 11A and 11B, then 11A 11B equals to 4235, which is equals to AB equals to 35. So now co-primes with product. are 1,35 and 5,7, and the numbers are 11 into 1, 11 into 35, and 11 into 5, 11 into 7. So the number lying between 75 and 125, which is the suitable pair we have 55 and 75. So the required number equals to 77. Let's go ahead with the other one, and that what we have discussed about it, which is the another question, and that is the 75th question of the session, and that will go ahead as well, where in the same case the question has been asked, as I told you about it. This has been asked in SSC question paper. Then our question is, the two numbers both greater than 29 have SCF 29 and LCM 4147. The sum of the number is that what we have to find out, which has been asked in SSC examination paper. So where we go ahead, two numbers both greater than 29 have SCF 29 and LCM 4147. So that we have here, that is your same references towards the question, that that is your and LCM is your, which is your SCF is 29 and LCM is your 4147. The sum of numbers is, this has been asked in SSC examination paper, which is also an important one. In terms of it, we have in our options here 666, 669, 696 and 966 as well. So where we go ahead with the solution of this. So that is your the 75th question of session here. The solution for 75th question of the session that we have here, which is we'll talk about it, and that is your the product of numbers equals to 29 into 4147. Let numbers be 29A and 29B, then 29A into 29B equals to 24 into 4147. which is equals to AB equals to 143 as well. So no co-primes with the product here, that is your now co-primes with product 143 are, which is 1 comma 143 and 11 comma 13, that is the numbers are 29 comma 1 multiply 1 29 into 143 and 29 into 11 29 into 13. So since both numbers are greater than 29, since both numbers are greater than 29, the suitable pair is your 55 77. So required number equals to 77 here. We'll go here in the same cases with what we have gone through with that, like 21 is 29, and that the suitable pair we have, that the suitable pair is your 29 into 11 and 29 into 13. So for that required a number that both are the greater than 29, so that that is the number we have is your 319 377. So we can say that required a sum equals to 319 plus 377, 9 plus 61 carry, and plus 1 is plus 9, so that is your 9, and 3 plus 3 is your 6. 696 will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with other one which we have to talk about it, and that is the another question here for the query sessions as well, which is your 76th question of the session. 76th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it, and which is in that where we go ahead, and that is LCM of two prime numbers are x and y, and where x is greater than y is 161. The value of 3y minus x is, that has been asked in SSC examination paper. The options we have is -2, -1, 1 and 2 here. So where we go ahead, LCM of two prime numbers x and y, x is greater than y is 161. The value of 3y minus x is, which is asked in SSC examination paper. So we'll go ahead with the solution as well, and that we have SCF of two prime numbers is 1, product of numbers equals to 1 into 161, and that is equals to 161 as well. Let number be A and B. Let the numbers be A and B, then AB equals to 161. Now co-primes with product 161 are 1 comma 161 and 7 comma 23. Since x and y are prime numbers and x is greater than y, we have x equals to 23 and y equals to 7. So 3y minus x equals to 3 into 7 minus 23, which is equals to minus 2 here. That will be the answer as well. So let's go ahead with other question, that what we have to talk about it, which is your 77th question of the session. The 77th question of the session, that what we talk about it, and that is another one is the greatest number that exactly divides 105, 1101 and 2436 is. The options we have 3, 7, 11 and 21. So where we go ahead, the greatest number that exactly divides 105, 1001 and 2436. The option is 3, 7, 11 and 21. So where we go ahead with solution as well, which is SCF of 2436, that is and 1001 is 7, and also SCF of 105 and 7 is 7. So SCF of 105, 1001 and 2436 is 7. So now we will go ahead with other question, and that is another one, which is your 78th question of the session. So in this, that the question is the greatest possible length which can be used to measure exactly the length 7 meter, 3 meter 85 centimeter and 12 meters 95 centimeter is, which has been asked in the RRB examination paper. And the options for this we have is your 15 centimeter, 25 centimeter, 35 centimeter and 42 centimeter as well. The greatest number, the greatest possible length which can be used to measure exactly the length 7 meter, 3 meter, 85 centimeter, 12 meter, 95 centimeter is. This has been asked in our RB examination paper, that what we have to talk about it. The option is 15 centimeter, 25 centimeter, 35 centimeter and 42 centimeter. So we'll go ahead with the solution as well. So where we have required length equals to SCF of 700 centimeter, 385 centimeter and 1295 centimeter equals to here, that is equals to 35 centimeter. We will go ahead with other one, which is the another one question, and that is your that is the question is your which is 79 question of the session, and that we have the 3 different containers contain 496 liter, 403 liters and 713 liters of mixtures of milk and water respectively. What biggest measure that can measure all the different quantities exactly? The options we have for this: 1 liter, 7 liter, 31 liter and 41 liter. Here we go ahead. 3 different containers contain 496 liter, 403 liters and 713 liters of mixtures of milk and water respectively. What biggest? So with the same cases that we have here, and that is to be what biggest measures that can measure all the different quantities exactly. And that is the options we have, as I told you about it, which is 1 liter, 7 liter, 31 liter and 41 liter as well. So we will go ahead with the solution as well. So here the required measurement equals to SCF of 496, 403 and 713 liters equals to 31 liters. Now we will go ahead with other one, which is the another one we have to talk about it, and that is the another question that we have, which is your 80th question of the session. The question is, the maximum number of students, among them 1001 pens and 910 pencils, that can distribute it in such a way that each student get the same number of pens and same number of pencil is. That is your SSC examination paper that has been asked. The options for this we have is your 991, 910, 1001 and 1911 as well. So here we go ahead. The maximum number of student, among them 1001 pens and 910 pencils can be distributed in such a way that each student gets the same number, that is your same number of pens and same number of pencils that has been asked in SSC examination paper. And the option, as I told you, 91, 910, 1001 and 1911 here. So we will go ahead with the solution here. Required number of students equals to SCF of 1001 and 910, which is equals to 91. We'll go ahead with other question, and that is your 81st question of the session. That what we have to talk about it here. That we go ahead. That is your the 50. That is your 81st question. The question is, a rectangular courtyard, that is your 3.78 meter long and 5.25 meter wide, is to be paved exactly with the square tiles and all of the same size. What is the largest size of the tile which could be used for the purpose, which has been asked in NIFT examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards the competition wise. The options we have is your 14 centimeters, 21 centimeters, 42 centimeters, and days or none of these. So here we go ahead. A rectangular courtyard, 3.78 meters long and 5.25 meters wide, is to be paved exactly with square tiles, all of the same size. What is the largest size of the tile which could be used for the purpose? This has been asked in NEFT examination paper. So for that we will be going ahead with the solution as well, and that we have, which is the largest size of the tile equals to SCF of 378 centimeter and 525 centimeter, which is equals to 21 centimeter here itself. That will be the right answer for this question. We will go ahead with 82nd question of the session here. 82th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it, and that is the another question, that find the greatest number, find the greatest number that will divide 43, 91 and 183 so as to leave the same remainder in each case. So this has been asked in LIC examination paper, which is also an important one here. In the same cases, we'll go ahead with solution as well. The options we have 4, 7, 9 and 13. So here we go ahead, and that is to be followed here, which is the required number. We'll go ahead. Required number equals to SCF of 91 minus 43, 183 minus 91 and 183 minus 43. So here that is SCF of 48, 92 and 140, which is equals to 4. That will be the right answer here for the question. We'll go ahead with another one, and that is the another question, that what we have to talk about it, which is your 83rd question of the session. So 830 that we have to that 83rd question of the session, we have to go through with that as well. So in the same case, let n be the greatest number that will divide 1305, 4665 and 6905, leaving the same remainder in each case. Then sum of the digit is n is this has been asked in SSC examination paper. The options for this is 4, 5, 6 and 8. So let's go ahead. Let n be the greatest number that will divide 1305, 4665 and 6905, leaving the same remainder in each case. Then sum of the digits is n. That has been asked in SSC examination paper, which we have to talk about it here as well. So with the same cases, we'll go ahead with the solution, and for that So here we go ahead with this, that is your n equals to SCF, that is of 4665 minus 1305 and 6905, where minus 4665 as well, and 6905 minus 1305 as well. So here we can say that SCF of 3360, 2240 and 5600 is equals to 1120 as well. Sum of digits in n equals to 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0, which is 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4, that is equals to 4 here. We will go ahead with other question, and that what we have to talk about it, which is your 84th question of the session that we have to discuss here. So the 84th question of the session, and that is your the greatest number which can divide 1356, 1868 and 2764, leaving the same remainder 12 in each case. So here we go ahead. The greatest number which can divide 1356, 1868 and 2764, leaving the same remainder 12 in each case, is the options we have 64, 124, 156 and 260. So where we go ahead with the solution as well, that is required number equals to SCF of 1356 minus 12, 1868 minus 12 and 2764 minus 12, so which is equals to SCF of 1344, 1856 and 2752 equals to 64. That will be the right answer for the question as well. Let's go ahead with other one, which is the another question, and that is your 85th question of the session here as well, where we go ahead, and that is the another question, and which we have is the greatest number which on dividing 1657 and 2037 leaves remainder 6 and 5 respectively, is the options is 123, 127, 235 and 305, which has been asked in RRB examination paper. So the greatest number which on dividing 1657 and 2037 leaves remainder 6 and 5 respectively. This has been asked in RRB examination paper. The options, as I told you, 123, 127, 235 and 305. So here we go ahead with the question, the solution we have, which is your required number equals to SCF of 1657 minus 6 and 2037 minus 5, that is equals to SCF of 1651 and 2032, that is equals to 127. That will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with 86th question of the session that we have to talk about it. So here, which of the following fraction is the largest? That has been asked in IGNOU paper, and that has been 7 by 8, 13 by 16, 31 by 40 and 63 by 80 here. So which of the following fraction is the largest? That is your, it had been asked in IGNOU. So that is, we will go ahead with solution as well, and that we have, which is LCM of 8, 16, 40 and 80, that we have 80 here. So 7 upon 8 equals to 70 upon 80. 10 multiply, we multiply by 10. 13 upon 16 is equals to 65 upon 80 when we are making 80 here. That is the another one we have 31 upon 40, which is equals to 62 upon 80 here. So since 70 upon 80 is greater than 63 upon 80 is greater than 65 upon 80 is greater than 62 upon 80 as well. So we can say that 7 upon 8 is greater than 63 upon 80 is greater than 13 upon 16 is greater than 31 upon 40. So 7 upon 8 is the largest. Okay, now we will go ahead with other question, and that what we have to talk about it, which is we'll talk about the 87th question of the session here, that what will be the least number which when doubled with exactly divisible by 12, 18, 21 and 30, which has been asked in SSC examination paper as well. So the options we have is 196, 630, 1260 and 2520 as well. So here we go ahead. What will be the least number which when doubled will be exactly divisible by 12, 18, 21 and 30, which has been asked in SSC examination paper. So here we go ahead, and that is the solution as well, which we have to talk about it, and that we have is the question, and that will be your LCM of 12, 18, 21 and 30. For that we have 12, 18, 21 and 30. So here we go ahead, 2, 6 are 12, 2, 9 is 18, 2, 21, 21, it remain itself, 2, 15 is 30. Take it 3 as 3 2 are 6, 3 3 are 9, 3 7 are 21 and 3 5 are 15. So we have 2 into 3 into 2 into 3 into 7 into 5, and that is equals to 1260. That the required number equals to 1260 divided by 2. So that is 2 6 are 12, 2 3 are 6 and 0. So the answer will be the 630 here. We'll go ahead with other question, and that is another one here, and which is the question we have is the 88th question of the session. That is that the smallest fraction which each of 6 by 7, 5 by 14 and 10 by 21 will be exactly is, that has been asked in SSC examination paper. So the smallest fraction which each of 6 by 7, 5 by 12, 14 and 10 by 21 will divide exactly is, that has been asked in SSC examination paper. That has been exactly here, that has been asked, which is exactly we have to talk about it. and that is the question. Options we have 30 by 7, 30 by 98, 60 by 147, and 50 by 294. So we'll go ahead with the solution as well, and that is required fraction equals to LCM of 6 by 7, 5 by 14, 10 by 21, and that is equals to LCM of 6, 5, 10 upon SCF of 7, 14, 21, which is equals to 30 upon 7 here. We will go ahead with further question, and that is the 89th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it here. We'll talk about the 89th question of the session, that we have to talk about it, and where that the least number of the 5 digit which is exactly divisible by 12, 15, 18, that we have to talk about it. And so here we go ahead, which is the least number of 5 digit which is exactly divisible by 12, 15 and 18 is, so that we have an option 1, that is your 10,010 and 10,015, 10,020 and 10,080 as well. So where we go ahead with the question as well, and that the solution of this we have that is to be as follows, which is least number of 5 digit in 5 digits is 10,000, and that is LCM of 12, 15 and 18 is 180. So on dividing 10,000 by 180, the remainder is 100. So required number equals to 10,000 plus 180 minus 100, and that is equal to 10,080 here. That will be the right answer for this question as well. So let's go ahead with other one which we have to talk about it, and that is another one is your 10th question of the session that we have to discuss here. So here we'll end up with this class, and we'll discuss many more things in quantitative aptitude in the next coming 10th class, and hopefully in the next coming class we'll end up with SCF and LCM of the numbers as well. So first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. In terms of quantitative aptitude, if I'm talking about that, we are dealing with arithmetic ability, and here we have to discuss about it, which is your the arithmetic ability, and that is the number numbers, SCF and LCMs of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification, square roots and cube roots, average, problems on numbers, problems on ages, surds and indices, percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, partnership, chain rule, time and work, pipes and cistern, time and distance, problems on train, boards and streams, allegations on mixtures, simple interest, compound interest, logarithm, area, volume and surface area, races and games of skill, calendar, clocks, stocks and shares, permutations and combination, probability, that time discount, that tree discount, bankers discount, height and distance, odd man out and series. In section 2 we have to discuss data interpretation, which is your tabulation, bar graph, pie charts and line graphs as well. So here we end up with here only. So first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. In the same cases, if I'm talking about here that what you have to go through with that, other than quantitative aptitude, we are dealing with the another question, the another subject is your reasoning, where we had completed the verbal reasoning, and we had even though started with non-verbal reasoning, and in non-verbal reasoning we are dealing with series and analogy part, and hopefully we had completed analogy in the next coming classes. so that you can go through with that. And other than that, we are dealing with sociology, and we'll start with the chemistry as well as the software engineering as well, so as soon as possible. So thank you. Please stay tuned with us, and please like, share and subscribe to our channel so that many and maximum people get information about it, and you will also can go through with that as well. So here we'll end up with quantitative aptitude, and we'll start with for the further classes. There are many more questions that we have to discuss here. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on a comment box. Thank you.